start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir, your voice is unable to see and your voice is also here.
Fine. So in the last class, I was discussing some cases, right? Defining variables in Python, data types and variables like x value is 10. Whenever you define x as 10, one object created with value 10 is going to have some address. The address is given to x. We say print x. What is the x value it prints? It goes to this address and prints whatever present at that address, that is 10. We want to print the address where exactly it is stored. There is a function called id function. Prints 103070. Type of x, data type of x. What you are assigning to x? Yes, integer. That's why it prints what? Integer type. Yes. Observe this case too, right? Everyone, try to respond. X as 10, Y as 20. How many objects are created? Yes.
Two.
Two objects.
That's what some address, the address given to X. Y equal to 20. One more object gets created internally with some different address. The address given to Y. Print X. What is the X value it prints?
10.
10. Address of X.
103070.
103070.
Print Y.
20.
Address of Y.
104080.
Okay. That is case 2. Two different variables with two different values, then two different objects with two different addresses. Now observe this case 3. If you have got any queries, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your queries. Okay, case 3. Or you can also type your queries in the chat. X value is 10. Y is 10. How many objects are created here? How many objects are created here?
One.
Only one
X.
object. Only one object. The address is given to X. Before creating object for Y, it checks any object with value 10 if it is already available. Any object with value 10 if it's already available, the same address will be given to Y. The same address will be given to Y. So X and Y, they are sharing the same content. They are sharing the same address. Print X 10 only. Print Y also 10. Address of X is this. Address of Y also is this. Right? X is 10, Y is 10, Z is 10. Only one object. Its address will be given to X, Y, and Z. Observe this case 4. X is 10, X is 20. How many objects here?
Two.
For 10, one object will be created. For 20, another object will be created. This address is given to X. But whenever you say print X, what is the X value it prints?
20.
20, the latest one. Print address of X.
104090.
So it prints the address of this. But is there any possibility to print that 10? I want to print the value of this object and the address of this object. Is there any possibility of printing this?
We can assign to some another object and variable and we can print.
What happens to this X equal to this object 10? Always, if 10 times if we execute print X, it will print 20. 10 times if we say print X, it will print 20. Address of X will print the same thing. But if I want to print this, or what happens to the previous object?
Is there anything, something you call a previous one?
So 1 second. So what happens to know need to know what happened to the previous object 10. So there's a concept you need to understand, garbage collector. So it's too early to discuss that now. Later I'll be discussing in brief, but now I'll give some overview on this, right? To know what happened to the previous object. Okay. To make you understand about this, I'll go back to this case 3. So garbage collector. Garbage collector removes unused or unreferred objects. Garbage collector removes unused or unreferred objects from the memory. Removes unused or unreferred objects from the memory. What do you mean by unused or unreferred objects? Unused or unreferred objects? Objects whose reference count becomes 0. Object whose reference count becomes 0. Then we call those objects as unused or unreferred objects. Objects whose reference count becomes 0, then those objects are immediately removed. Those objects are immediately removed from the memory by the garbage collector. Objects whose reference count becomes 0, then those objects are immediately removed from the memory by the garbage collector.
So the ID will be assigned to that only, right? Like ID will not be.
I'll come back. I'll just explain that with an example. So try to understand what do you mean by unused or unreferred objects. So objects whose reference count becomes 0, we call them as unused or unreferred. Then these objects are immediately removed from the memory by the garbage collector. You may ask, what is reference count and how it becomes 0? What do you mean by reference count and how it becomes 0? Reference count is nothing but number of variables pointing to an object. Number of variables pointing to an object. Number of variables storing address of object. Number of variables pointing to an object or number of variables storing address of an object. Okay. So reference count. Reference count means here how many variables pointing to an object will give the reference count. Now try to observe with an example. This is an object to 10. How many variables are pointing to this object? Everyone try to respond. Unmute yourself and try to respond. How many variables are pointing? X is
Three.
pointing, Y is pointing, Z is pointing. So reference count is what? 3. Reference count is nothing but number of variables pointing to an object. So your reference count is 3. Next. Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
So this is today is my first lecture. So which lecture is right now currently is going on, and I have some couple of questions regarding to that about this curriculum and
Okay,
this.
for your general queries, I'll be giving time for you at the end of the session. You can ask them.
Okay.
So reference count is 3. Now, three variables are pointing, X, Y, Z are pointing to this. So reference count is 3. But if I'm modifying the Y value to 20, if I'm modifying the Y value to 20, a new object is created. A new object is created with some new address. The address is given to. Now, Y is pointing to the new object. Y is not pointing to this. Y is made to point to the new object. Y is not pointing to this. What is the reference count now?
0.
Reference count is
2.
2. X and Y, X and Z are pointing. Previously, X, Y, Z were pointing. Now, X and Z are pointing. Two variables are pointing to this object. So, reference count is 2 for this. Slowly, I modified the Z value also to 30. Means one more new object is created. The address is given to Z. Z value. Now Z is pointing to the new object. Z is not pointing to this. Z is not pointing to this. Z is pointing to the new object. Now reference count becomes how much? A reference count of this object to 10. How many variables are pointing to it? How many
1.
variables? One.
1.
Only X is pointing. Previously, X, Y, and Z, 3 variables were pointing. Reference count was 3. Now, Y and Z, they are pointing to the new objects. Now, only X is pointing to this 10. Slowly, I modified the X value also to 50. So, one more object 50 created with some address. The address is given to X. Now, X is pointing to the new object. X is not pointing to this. X is not pointing to this. What is the reference count now?
0.
Reference count is 0. Reference count is 0 means no variable is pointing to this object to 10. It is unused or unreferred. It is not referred by any variable. It is not used by anywhere. So it is unused or unreferred. Means whenever any object reference count becomes 0, any object reference count becomes 0, then immediately it is removed from the memory by the garbage collector. So this reference count is 0. Immediately it is removed from the memory. Understood, right, everyone? How reference count becomes 0? How an object is removed? What is garbage collector? What is reference count? Everyone. Any query in this?
Yes, sir. Understood.
So how garbage? Just I am giving overview as of now. Later we discuss in brief when we discuss the garbage collector concept. But just I am saying how an object getting removed. If its reference count becomes 0, immediately it gets removed. Who removes? Garbage collector. When it removes, when its reference count becomes 0, right? Now, based on this understanding, go back to this case 4. Go back to this case 4. Forget about this x equal to 20 for some time. Now only x equal to 10. Try to respond. What is the reference count of this object? How many variables are pointing? 1.
1.
1, right? Okay. Slowly I modified x equal to 20. Slowly I modified x equal to 20. Now x is pointing to the new object. X is not pointing to this. What is the reference count now?
0.
0.
Any object reference count is 0 means immediately that object is going to get removed because it is unused or unreferred. So now I was asking you a query, right? What happens to the previous object?
Yes.
Is it available or can we print means? No, it's not available. It gets removed. Understood, right?
Yes.
All these 4 cases, right?
Sir, in every case it will happen like this, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
So whenever you are modifying any x value, for example, x value modified to 30, what happens to 20?
20 get
Removed.
0 and again
RC is equal to 0.
RC
Yeah.
is equal to 0.
Yes. Now a new object 30 will be created. The previous object RC becomes 0. Now it will be removed, right?
So sir, so if I type unknowingly, like if it is a big program, so how can I know whether it is by mistake I might have typed,
Nothing.
so
So in the first line x equal to 10, in the next line is saying x equal to 20. Print x means what is the x value? 3 lines
20,
code is done.
20 only. Okay.
X line will be 20 only. What happens to 10 means it gets removed. How it removes means this is the process.
0.
So sometimes, okay, your salary last year it was 50,000. Your salary this year it was 80,000. Right? Print salary means what it prints?
80,000.
80,000, the latest salary. But there are some occasions you may ask, right? I want both the salaries to be accessed. For calculating tax or for any other operations, I want both last year's salary and this. So how can I access? So whenever you are providing these variables, whenever you're defining variables, you will give like prev sal equal to 50,000. Otherwise, salary underscore previous 50,000. Salary underscore current salary CURR 80,000. So we will define in this way. So in this case, both x and y you cannot access 10 and 20. So in such case, you need to give x as 10, y as 20. If you are given, so both x and y can be accessed in your code. But if you are saying x equal to 10, x equal to 20, both can't be accessed. X can store only one value, one address. So in some occasions, in these occasions, you need to give different variables. You want to access both salaries, salary underscore previous, salary underscore current, you can access both. But only salary if you are giving, only the latest salary it takes. Now, data types. Data types mainly are of 2 types. Fundamental data types and collection data types. Fundamental data types and collection data types. Fundamental data type means object holding single value. Object holding single value. Example x equal to 10. An object created with value 10 with some address. Here object holding single value. Object holding single value, right? Object holding single value. That is fundamental data type. Object holding group of values. Object holding group of values. It's group of values, set of values, or collection of values. Right? Example, x equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Here one object created. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. They are going to have some address, the address given to X. Here, object to holding group of values. Object holding single value, fundamental fact. Object holding group of values or collection of values, collection data type, right? Okay. Fundamental data types. Fundamental data types, right? Yes. Five types. Fundamental data types, there are named 5 types. Int, float, Boolean, string, complex. Integer, age 25. Float, something in decimals. Height 6.3. Boolean, which returns either true or false. Which returns either true or false back. String, sequence collection of characters. City equal to Hyderabad. Complex. So sequence collection of characters, string. Boolean means 0 or 1. 0 means false. 1 means true. Something in decimals, complex. X plus IY. In general mathematics, X is real, this is imaginary. In Python, instead of I, we use J, right?
Sir, string should be in that that apostrophes.
Yes, always string should be in quotes.
Quotes. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Always in this double quotes. Collection data types. 4 types of collections. List, tuple, set, dictionary. So list represented by using square bracket. By seeing the bracket only, you should identify whether it's a list or a tuple or a set. Dictionary, key and value. Squared, normal bracket, curly bracket, and key and value, right? List of values, tuple of values, set of values, dictionaries of key and value. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 list of values. See the square bracket. For this, in See the braces, right? 30, 40, 50. Yes. Set. Ten, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yes. List of values, tuple of values, set of values, and dictionary key and value, right? Dictionary is a collection of key value pairs. Name Ajay. Age 25.
Sir, 1 and 2 list and tuple, only the difference is brackets, right? So where to use which one?
So here list and tuples, right? List, tuples, and sets all are a collection of values only. So the difference is list tuple. Once you define a tuple, you cannot modify it. But in the case of list, if you want to insert a new element, new elements can be inserted. The existing elements can be removed. You can remove 20. You can add a new element 60. Multiple elements you can add, multiple elements you can remove. In tuple, you cannot do all those. You cannot insert, you cannot delete. If you are defining a tuple, 5 elements, 5 will be like a constant. But in the case of list, you can add new elements, you can remove elements from a list. So we have got a lot of discussion on this list, tuple, sets, and dictionaries. Nearly for 1 week, we'll be discussing on this collection types, list properties, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications, right? Only on list we'll be discussing for 3 to 4 days. Tuples, sets, and dictionaries, right? We have got a lot of discussion. So I'll
So
bring,
list comprehension also you will teach, sir.
yes, not only list comprehension, we have got it all set comprehension and dictionary comprehension also available, right?
Okay, sir.
Except a
That
tuple
syllabus it is not there. That's why I
Yes,
asked.
yes, it will be a part of list only.
Okay, you will
As
teach that, sir.
I was saying, right, I'll be discussing for list only on 3 to 4 days. Our list discussion will be going.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
So now, and in the case of fundamental types, so a lot of discussion on string data type. You'll have discussion on string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, and string special characters, right? Yes. So just, and you like introduction to string today? String. A string is a string is a sequence collection of characters. It's a sequence collection of characters. Collection of characters. In Python,
Sir, not able to hear you, sir.
a string is a sequence collection of characters. In Python, A string is represented using single quote, using double quote, using triple quote. In Python, a string is represented using single quote, double quote, and triple quote. So single quote and double quote for a word or a line, you go for that. For a paragraph, you go for triple quote. For multiple lines of string, go for triple quote. For a single line or single word, you go either for single quote or double quote. Example, just now it's like city equal to Hyderabad. Sequence collection of characters.
So not only characters, but any alphanumeric or special characters which represents in double quote or single quote.
Character means
Alphanumeric or
numerical is a character, alphabet is a character.
means whatever we are representing in single quote or double quote that we can
It can
would
be
be
it can be a numericals, it can be alphabets, it can be special operators like plus, minus, into, anything it can be.
okay.
Alphanumeric, special symbols, anything will be on. Each character of a string is identified or accessed by a unique index. Each character of a string is identified or accessed by a unique index. String supports two types of indexes. String supports two types of indexes. Positive index, forward index. Positive index and negative index. String supports two types of indexes, positive index or forward index. This positive index or forward index, index starts from left to right. Just I'll show you, I've given us some examples. Index starts from left to right, and here index starts with 0. Negative index or backward index, we say. Index starts from right to left. Index starts with -1. Index starts with -1. Observe here. Example of a string. X equal to Python, Python. So here also Python, one object will be created. Here Python Python has got some address. The address is given to X. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This we call it like the forward index or positive index. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Backward index or negative index. Forward index are positive, backward index are negative. What is the value of x of what is the value of x of 2 here? Try to answer. What is the value of x of 2?
T.
T.
X of
T.
2 is p. Yes. What is the value of x of minus 2?
O.
Oh, either you can use positive index or negative index, right?
So, sir, what is the advantage of having a negative index?
So what is the advantage of using negative index means? For example, if you have got a very big string of more than 100 characters, you want to print the last character. How to print using positive index? How to print the last character using positive index? So use that in that case, right? X of minus 1 prints the last character. Right? Very simple.
Got
Using negative index, it will be very simple, right? Yes.
it. Yeah. Thank you. Nice.
So whenever you want to print the last characters, right? Negative index will be much useful. X of minus 2 means second last character. Okay. Next. Now, here, single line comment in Python starts with hash symbol. This is not executable. Single line, multi-line comments, say in this way, and just in this way, you can say multi-line comments. This won't be executed. Now, x equal to Python, I'm giving in double quotes. Print x means prints Python as it is. Type of x, what data type it is? str type,
String.
String.
string type. Print len of x, len of x means number of characters. Number of characters in x. How much? 6.
6.
6.
Save it. I created a separate folder, right? Python. Check this run module. Prints Python, type is str, length is what? 6. Now, y equal to programming. Print x plus y. Print x plus y, right? What is that? Python plus programming. We call this as concatenation. I'm giving a comment for your understanding. Concatenation. Nothing but adding two strings. Adding two strings, nothing but first string followed by second string. Second string. Adding two string, Python programming, adding two string, first string followed by second string. I want space between these two strings. X is one string, space plus y. Python space programming. Run module. Python space program, right? Can get adding two strings, first string followed by second string. Now, string slicing, extracting particular portion of a string, extracting particular portion of a string. For example, x equal to Python program, x equal to Python program. Extract only Python from this. Extract only Python from this. Print x of extract only Python means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to say 0 to
0 to 6.
6 we need to say. Actually 0 to 5 only. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to use 6. This is, we call it like lower bound. This we call it like upper bound. Always upper bound excluded. Always upper bound is excluded. Means 6 exclude up to 5 only it takes. Python is the output. Run module. Check this. Yes.
Sir, can you repeat, that why if it is only 0 to 5, right? So why you said we should give 6?
If I give 5 here, right? 5 will be excluded. Up to 4 only it will take. You won't get n. See, this is lower bound. This is upper bound. Always upper bound is excluded, not included. If you are giving 5 here, as per that you should see 0 to 5. 5 if you are giving 5 will be excluded means up to 4 only it will take. Means this n you won't get. So if you give 6, 6 excludes, you will get 0 to 5 means 5 then you will get.
So is that considering that quote also? Can I understand in that way?
No, this from here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This only, not that code 5. Actually 0 to 5. I need to use 6 because 6 excludes. If I give 5 here, what happens? You won't get this n.
Okay.
5 will be excluded. So give 6, 1 extra. Now extract the middle portion of the string PROG. Extract only these 4 characters. Try to respond. Everyone, try to unmute yourself and try to give your responses through voice or through chat. Extract only this PROG. Yes. These 4 characters only. Yes.
From 7 to 14. Okay. PROG only.
X of 7 colon 7 you want,
9.
8 you want, 9 you want, 10 you want.
10, yeah. 11.
7 to 11 you need to give. 11 will be excluded, up to 10 it will take. PROG will be the output. If I give in the opposite way, X of 11 to 7, everyone try to respond. X of 11 to 7. 7 to 11, PROG. 11 to 7.
Will it type reverse GORP?
You will
Observe
get
here.
error, I think, sir.
No error. Empty string it gives. Empty string. Because always slicing in the forward direction. Always slicing in the forward direction. If you go in the backward direction, empty string. See, previously 7 to 11 means you are going in the forward direction. Okay, but 11 to 7 means you are going in backward direction. Empty string it returns. Check this. Empty string, can you see here? Yes. Extract PROG using negative index. Extract PROG using, okay.
-1 to -5.
Using negative index also should go in forward direction only, not in the backward. See, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. -7 you want, -6 you want, -5 you want, -4 you want. -3 you need to do. -3 excluded, up to -4 it will consider. PROG, right? PROG. Yes. Now try to extract the entire word program. Extract the entire word program here. Using positive index, you say me first, everyone. Everyone try to respond using positive index. X of 7 to 7 you want, 8 you want, 9 you want, 10 you want, 11, 12, 13. What I need to
14.
give? 14 I need to provide. 14 index not available. 14 index not available. Can I take 14? Yes. Because 14 excluded. We are not axing it. Up to 13 only, right? 7 to 13.
Second parameter, can we take len of x, sir?
Length of x will be
Yeah, it will not work again, sir.
No.
Again, it takes.
length of x plus 1 you can take. Now 7 to 14 means 14 exclude up to 13 to will take. Program, you will get the output as program. Otherwise, even you can do like this. You can ignore this upper bound. Print x of 7 to upper bound. Don't provide the upper bound.
Is this another way?
Yes. Same. This shortcut, right? For this 7 to up to the end of the string, it will read. 7 to up to the end of the string means both it also returns program. Program, right? It also returns program. So shortcut to this is 7 to up to the end of the string. Now using negative index, you try to say. Using negative index.
-7 to
I mean, empty space.
Yeah, -7 to. If you give -1 means again this m will be excluded. Don't provide anything. -7 to up to the end of the string. See, -7 to up to this. This -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7 to up to the end of the string. All these three results the same output. Program. All these three results what? Program. Now. Can I ignore this lower bound? X of lower bound is not given, right? 6 can I give? Means by default it read from the start index to 6. By default it is going to read from the start index to 6.
Yeah, you can give.
Yes, it will be.
So same, this and this both are same, right? Python. Reads from the start index to 6, it returns what? The output as Python. And what if I ignore both lower and upper? Lower bound and upper bound.
Python program it will print.
Python program it will
And
give.
the entire string will be, right? Is this compulsory to use spaces here?
No.
Yeah.
No. Without spaces also it works, or even without that colon, right? All these three statements are same. Print of x of 0 to 14 with the increment of 2. Means 0 index, 2 index, 4 index, means increment by 2. 0 after 0, increment by 2. 2 index, again increment by 2. 4, of 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 excluded. Yes, run module 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Zero index, 2 index, 4 index, 6, 8, 10, 12, right? That is similar print x of colon 2, same output, right? 0 to 14 or this will be the same, increment by 2, same output here. Same the output. Just I'll take 5 more minutes. Print x of colon minus 1 reverses the, observe this, reverses the string. Reverses the string, right? Yes. Means entire string in the reversed order. Python program Python program. Yes. Reverses the string. Next. Have you heard about the word palindrome? Right? Palindrome.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Madam, if we reverse means it will become madam.
If we reverse a string, if we get the same string, then it is a palindrome. If we reverse a string, if we get the same string, then it is a palindrome. Example of palindrome. Examples of palindrome. MADA, madam. If we reverse also, you'll get the same thing, right? Tomorrow there is a session, right? The link will be changing, so you need to get enrolled, right? For getting the link to your mail IDs. And see that payment details, everything in the chat panel. And if you have missed the previous session, you can see the demo video link available right in that. The course content, everything is provided.
Tomorrow also you have session?
for this week only, right? Not every Saturday.
In same link, right?
No, no, no. Tomorrow the link is going to be changed. From tomorrow onwards, a
But-
new link, a paid link you will be getting, right? Those who got enrolled, those people you will be getting that link to your mail ID.
No, but we received.
Sir, demo will be completed today only, right? Or
Yes.
tomorrow also demo is there?
No, no, no. Today only with that.
Okay, sir.
But we received two link, right? Today and tomorrow also. Demo link.
Where is it?
We received in mail.
Tomorrow also. No, no. Today is the last for that.
Good, good.
Hello, sir. Just I have attended today's the lecture.
You can go through the videos, right? In the chart panel, can you see? Can you see in the chart? The demo videos.
No, I have joined through right now and it's not visible. Can you share? And I mean, I have some couple of questions for that.
Okay, 1 second. Hmm. If anyone, if you're absent to the previous sessions, right? Yes, you can see this. 1 second, I'll post. I'll ask the team to post.
So, in this curriculum, are we covering some project oriented according to the concept, or we are just understanding the concept and after that we are going forward? Is that so?
Yes, a project also is going to be covered.
Sorry?
Project also will be covered.
Uh,
1 second, I'll come back to your queries. So just see this, if you reverse a string, if you get the same string, then it's a palindrome. Madam, Malayalam. Race car. EYE, if you reverse also, you'll get the same thing. NITIN, DAD. LEVEL level, right? All this X equal to MADAM. Print X. X of colon -1. Store the output in Y. Print. So this reversing a string, just now we discussed, right? Reversing a string. If you reverse and store in another variable Y, print Y. If both X and Y are same, it's a palindrome. Check it. Run module. If you reverse a string, if you get the same string, right? Yes. Made. So if you reverse also, you should get the same thing, right? Yes, it's fine. Fine. Okay, so this is string indexing, string slicing, right? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Observe, this is the course content we'll be discussing in brief. Python basics, or Python operations, operators in Python, Python IDEs, flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, collections in Python, Python lists, Python tuples, Python sets, dictionaries, functions in Python, models in Python, packages in Python, errors and exception handling, file handling in Python, object-oriented programming concepts, regular expressions, database connectivity, Python data and time model, OS module, advanced concepts, graphic model, Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, Python pandas module in brief, Python NumPy module, Python matplotlib module. These 30 topics, right, for Python core and advanced. And people who wants to go for full stack, right, apart from this Python, they'll be given knowledge and Django framework. There'll be 15 to 20 applications you'll be developing parallelly along with me. Yes, Django models, Django advanced concepts, and also you'll be given knowledge on UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript in brief, and MySQL, right? Yes.
Sir, will you share the recording videos or notes also? Can you show some notes which how the pattern is being?
So yes, observe this Python total notes topic wise introduction, data types, or output statements, input, typecasting, operators. In the same way, the course content of it was shown, operators, if else, for loop. In the serial order, the notes will be getting. So nearly all the 35 topics in folder wise, each topic in folder wise, the notes will be forwarded. For example, if you take anything like functions topic, you can see all these notes of functions nearly. These are all the function notes. Okay, fine. You take any object-oriented programming, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. You see this part 1, lot of discussion, right? These are all the notes related to this object-oriented programming. Okay.
And sir, if we miss some, like the recording will also be shared to a drive. Is that so?
Daily will be getting the recording to your Google Drive. From tomorrow onwards, right? Daily you'll be getting the recordings to your Google Drive, notes to your soft copy of the notes to your mail IDs. And tomorrow a WhatsApp group will be created.
And what would be the time frame of this curriculum, sir?
Yes, I said right. For the initial 1 week, 10 days, it will be at 8 o'clock. Later, it will be at 7 a.m. in the morning.
No, and the duration of this, sir, 2 months.
Yes, Python like 70 hours, 2 months duration will be that.
Okay. And because I come from I have some background about the coding part, and in my career I have just learned through Udemy regarding this Python. But the videos which was uploaded, it's I think 5 years, 6 years. So I have joined this course to refresh because I have some queries regarding to that.
Okay.
So so that's why I thought that I should, because I've learned through books this part.
So, okay,
But
whatever it is, right? Sessions will be interactive sessions. That's why I was asking you people to respond during the sessions. So
yeah,
interactive sessions, everyone will be responding for each and every line I type. Will be responding. You can ask queries. You can unmute yourself. You can ask queries at any point during the session, or you can type your query in the chat anytime, right? So the sessions will be interactive sessions. You'll be responding for each and every step. Right?
and so after completing of this course, because can we just mention that we have at least 2+ years of experience? Is it, we can do that?
Yes, a typical see the course. If you see the course content, right? See that in depth, in brief, we'll be discussing. That's why it's not a 45 hours course. It's 70 hours course. I was saying that for Python. Totally for full stack, it is 130 hours course.
Yeah.
Those who are going for full stack, 70 hours for Python, 60 hours for that framework of Python. Totally 130 hours, 4 months it takes for total full stack. For only Python core and advanced, it will be for 2 months, 70 hours. Okay. Yes. Fine. So tomorrow, get enrolled,
And
and
it
you will be
could
getting
any
the
impact
you-
like,
yes,
sir,
yes.
it could be any impact like the AI introduced, right? It could be any impact in future.
No. So here coding wise, right? Nothing. See Python. If you talk about this data science environment, machine learning, deep learning, AI, all this, right? So totally the implementations are going in Python only, right?
Yeah.
Talk of the industry, right? Data science, or if you talk ML or DL, deep learning, total implementations going in Python. Java is never preferred, right?
Okay, and sir, one more thing. Currently, I am working as a production support engineer in a investment banking. It could be help to me like in future when I put my CV in Naukri or LinkedIn, I put it the Python. It could be help.
Yes, compulsory today, if you see that Python, you can see Python jobs, lot of jobs for Python, and
Yeah.
especially if you got knowledge on Python framework like Django, right? People who has got knowledge on Django is very less as of now.
Mhm.
If you get because people who knows Python, people might be knowing Python, but framework of Python, very few, right? Very few people knows, and who has command on that framework are very less as of now. So I said in Django framework, 15 to 20 applications you people will be developing along with me parallelly for the Django framework to be hands-on batch.
Okay.
So if you see this, the Django apps, the previous batches, these are all these applications that made. Can see any of this, the Django apps,
Okay, sir.
applications creations, my project 1, 2, 3, more than 15 to 20. Yes,
Sir, REST API also you are covering in this course.
yes. So 1 second. So Python for advanced application oriented modules, 70 hours, 2 months. It's an offer batch. The fee structure is just 5,000 for this. And people, apart from this, people who wants to go for full stack, right? Apart from Python, you will be given knowledge on UI technologies, web development, UI technologies, right? Like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, part of Bootstrap, and the Django framework with 15 to 20 applications, right? Plus REST API, plus project. Yes, this everything, right? It takes 60 hours more, 2 months. And this for web development, for Django, for REST API project, the fee structure is 7,000, right? So yes, 5 plus 7, so like 12,000, right? But if you are choosing total full stack with a single payment, right? It's 10,000 is the fee structure. Total, if you have people who go for total full stack package, it's 10,000. If you are going separately after Python separately, it is 7, right? So Python core advanced and web development, the Django framework, REST API and project that is what will be discussed. Yes. Fine. Any other queries, anyone? So you'll be given recorded videos, soft copy of the notes, assignments and tasks to work with, and a WhatsApp group for technical discussions, right?
Sir, I'm taking running notes, so will that be helpful, or or should I go with the notes you give?
Much better, right? Go with running notes. Anyhow, you can write running notes, and also you'll be getting this class notes, soft copy of the notes. Running notes is much preferred, and anyhow you'll be getting the notes also. But the thing is, for better understanding of the next session, right? Running notes helps much better.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Uh, any other queries, anyone? So tomorrow also at 8 a.m. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock we'll have a session, right?
Sir, it's Monday to Saturday classes.
No. Monday to Friday only, as not to give a break, right? So tomorrow there is a session kept, right? From next week onwards, Monday to Friday only.
So today is the last session of this demo, right?
Yes. Tomorrow the link is going to be changed. So to form a batch and to create a WhatsApp group, tomorrow a session is kept. Okay.
And sir, you have any specific reason, like if why can't we join, from tomorrow anyhow, from 7 o'clock, like
From
from I mean, instead of 1 week waiting, if we join 7 o'clock class
what is
morning.
7 o'clock? What is 7 a.m. class?
Yeah.
Tomorrow you want 7 a.m. Okay. You want first 1 week, why did you go for 8 a.m. for no,
Yeah, I mean, it's your convenience, but I'm just asking, like, if
no, not like that. It takes at least 4 5 days it takes.
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
Four,
I'm
five
just
days.
asking.
So after completing of this course, if the full course is for full stack web development, if I want to move to this data science or AI part, then what would be your approach after completing a core and advanced Python? Can you give
So
me?
there are two categories of people who learns Python, right? People who updates Python. There are two categories of people. After updating Python, right? Generally, people they will be moving for this data science because total implementation coding goes in Python, even in big data environment, right? Like Spark, PySpark, right? Spark with Python implementation in big data. Even in DevOps or AWS environment, writing automation scripts using Python. Even IoT or in robotics, right? We are using Python scripts, writing Python scripts. Means here the first category of people, they'll be learning Python and they'll be using Python in this implementation of data science, big data, DevOps, these things. Their career won't be in Python. Their career will be in data science, big data, or DevOps environment. Second category of people after learning Python, if you want to become, you want to have a career in Python itself, those people compulsory need to have the knowledge on the framework, Django framework, or they need to have the knowledge of full stack, Python full stack, right? So to become a Python developer or Python full stack developer, right? So they need to compulsory have the framework of Python. And these people after learning core and advanced, you can go for data science, big data, DevOps environment. I also deal with the data engineering, data analytics, right? So there are separate batches available for this big data. I also deal with big data batches like Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and Python. So there is a package available, big data package, where you'll be learning how to PySpark, Linux, and Python. Python will be of 2 months course will be provided in this package. Means you can attend any of my Python batch. Means currently if you want to choose this batch, you can choose this Python batch. And this will be in the weekends. Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux will be in the weekends. Only on Saturday it will be of 2 hours. Sunday will be of 2 hours. So next week onwards, there is this big data Hadoop or Python. This is going to start from next Saturday. There is a demo at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, for this.
Sir, I have seen
sir,
some full stack data science in the website of full stack data science AI. That is
Mm.
the same only or
That is data science. This is data engineering.
okay.
Data science also available and that. But here in this big data, that entire Python also will be covered. Means Python core and advanced. So the fee structure for this is 15,000 for this. Big data
And in
PySpark.
terms of job opportunity right now, currently which market? So every this which
See,
which
directly or indirectly, any software employee, you need to have the knowledge of Python because if you talk about any high-end technologies, they are using Python today as the implementation language.
because last year currently the recession was there and the market was quite tight because one of my colleagues are working in the industry and even though I was also there. So I saw that there is very lag between the calls were not getting to backend development. Mostly there was very much strict and so that's why I ask you. So what would be right now the AI is evolving very fastly.
PySpark has got very high boom rate in today's market, very high speed processing technology. PySpark is a very high speed processing technology, and even the package will be 1.5 times more than any other technologies, right? Spark with Python implementation. No?
So what will the fee structure is, sir, for
15,000.
Python and data engineering?
15,000.
Yesterday you told us like if we did for yesterday, it will be if we take both Python and core and advanced with data engineering, it will become around 12K, right?
Which one?
Python and along with data engineering.
Python and Django.
Data engineering, Python and PySpark and Hadoop.
Hadoop, PySpark and Linux, it is 12. Hadoop, PySpark and Linux is 12. Hadoop, PySpark, Linux and Python is 15. Hadoop, PySpark, Linux and Python, it will be of 15,000. And already you can see the posters in that DURGASOFT, right? So Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, these 4 will be of 15, but only the first 3, only the data engineering, right, will be of 12,000.
So if we skip big data, so it will be 12. Okay.
This entire thing is big data package. Okay.
But Python we are already learning here, right, sir?
So for all these things, we can discuss with our online front office, right? That
Cool.
is about the fees. That's anything technical discussions you can do with me. Fine. You can see the details of this mobile details, the contact details they have already provided. You can see right in the chart. Yes, the office team.
Sir, one last question. Apart from this, the curriculum which you have mentioned in this course, in this curriculum, Python and Core Advanced. So apart from that, if I would have some queries regarding some collections or something, will you resolve that?
Yes, yes.
Because in some libraries also, you also know that, but really that the thing, because sometimes I feel there is some experience only we have to.
See, there is a WhatsApp group kept right for the technical discussions as well.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, more discussion on this. But tomorrow the link will be changed. See, check, get enrolled and get the link to your mail address. Okay.